Well, hello on our channel of the most interesting and cool news from the world of science and technology. And in today's issue, you are waiting for Midnight, the eVTOL air taxi. Tesla's long-awaited semi hits the highway. Construction begins on the world's largest radio observatory. Swimming robot performs butterfly to move with unmatched speed. Laser satellite shatters space-to-Earth data transmission speed record. And Rolls-Royce fires up its first hydrogen jet engine. So let's go. Archer is targeting FAA certification by the end of 2024, and its first air taxi flights in 2025. With its maker prototype logging successful test flights, the company has now unveiled Midnight, the 4-passenger aircraft it'll push toward production. It's a sleek and curious-looking beast, sporting the same propulsion layout as the maker. That's 12 rotors, mounted on propulsion pods distributed along its wide wings. The rear 6 are two-bladers, pointing upwards, and they lock into a minimum drag configuration in horizontal flight. The front 6 rock 5 blades, and are capable of fully tilting forward for cruise flight. The cabin seats 4 passengers, plus a pilot. It's designed to be super easy to get in and out of. And each seat has semi-dividers separating it from neighboring seats, with little panels displaying your name and destination. Archer has sacrificed some weight for passenger experience. The windows are huge and panoramic, and designed to give you the best possible view at 2,000 feet, 610 meters, where this machine will cruise. Tesla's long-awaited semi-truck is now being rolled out to its first customers, with the first production models landing in the hands of food and beverage giant PepsiCo. The automaker revealed the news at a launch event on Friday, while sharing some impressive details on the electric big rig's range and performance. Tesla first flagged an all-electric heavy-duty truck in CEO Elon Musk's master plan, part due back in 2016, with the aim of improving the costs and safety associated with cargo transport, and of course its environmental footprint. The Tesla Semi was revealed a year later, with pre-orders from the likes of Budweiser following and deliveries planned for 2019. The pandemic and other factors combined to delay these deliveries for 3 years, but the Semi has since been put through hardcore testing in a range of conditions. According to Musk at the launch event on Friday, the vehicle's powertrain shares the same tri-motor configuration and carbon sleeve rotors as the ridiculous Model S Plaid, which Tesla says affords it 3 times the power of any diesel truck on the road. Deliveries are now underway, Musk confirmed at the end of the presentation, with the first cargo runs packed with snacks from PepsiCo subsidiary Frito-Lay completed a day earlier. A highly sensitive, next-generation radio observatory has started to come to life, with construction now officially underway on the Square Kilometre Array (SKA) in Australia and South Africa. The dual-site science facility is set to become one of the largest on Earth, and will offer astronomers a new means to explore some of the most fundamental questions about the cosmos when operations begin later this decade. The SKA Observatory is around 3 decades in the making and is the brainchild of astronomers from around the world, who came together in the 1980s to explore how radio waves can tell stories about the history of the universe. In 2012, the SKA organization settled on 2 sites in South Africa and Australia to co-host the facility, taking advantage of the lack of human-generated radio waves in remote regions for clear observations of the cosmos. Doing so will involve more than 100,000 antennas at the Australian site, in Wajari country in Western Australia, and 197 dishes in Karoo in South Africa, where the precursor Meerkat telescope is already up and running. This will make the SKA Observatory the largest radio astronomy observatory in the world, with ceremonies taking place in both locations on Monday to mark the beginning of construction. We've seen soft robots modeled on the manta ray before, with some using flapping mechanisms to mimic their efficient propulsion, and others relying on passive systems with flexible fins to move more naturally with the water. The NC State team actually built 2 versions of their robot, both of which are designed around a soft silicone body that can be inflated and deflated with a switch. As it does so, wings attached to the inflatable body switch between 2 stable states in a way the scientists liken to how a hair clip snaps between open and closed when enough energy is applied to it. As the body is inflated and deflated, the wings snap back and forth to generate propulsion in a way the researchers say is similar to how a person's arms move during butterfly stroke. The faster version of the butterfly bot uses the soft body as a single drive unit, controlling both wings at once for maximum speed. This enables it to travel at an average of 3.74 body lengths per second, around 4 times faster than what was previously possible for soft swimming robots, according to the team. A second robot built for maneuverability uses 2 drive units for control over either wing, enabling it to make tight turns. This more agile version, however, was still capable of traveling at 1.7 body lengths a second. A small satellite developed by MIT engineers has set a new record for data transmission between a satellite and Earth. The terabyte infrared delivery system used a laser to beam huge amounts of data at up to 100 gigabits per second. This data transmission speed is far greater than most connections you'll get between the sky and the ground. SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet offers up to 500 megabits per second to premium customers, and even the International Space Station's data transmission tops out around 600 megabits per second. That makes to bird up to 200 times faster. The key difference is that most satellites communicate with ground stations via radio waves. Bird, on the other hand, uses laser light, which can carry up to 1,000 times more data in each transmission. Lasers come with their own hurdles though. The beams are much narrower, requiring more precise alignment between transmitter and receiver, and the light can be distorted by the atmosphere, leading to data loss. So Bird was designed to overcome these issues, having achieved the Bird's original mission of transmitting huge amounts of data quickly via lasers. The team now plans to attempt to double that. Rolls-Royce has edged the era of clean aviation a little closer to takeoff with the successful testing of a modern jet engine using hydrogen as fuel. The test is described as a landmark achievement and an important step in the decarbonization of the industry, with flight testing of the technology in the pipeline. The tests took place at an outdoor facility at the Ministry of Defence Boscombe Down military aircraft testing site in England, and involved a converted Rolls-Royce AE2100, a regional aircraft engine. The exercise was carried out in partnership with air carrier EasyJet, which has been making moves of its own when it comes to clean aviation. This includes the development of a battery-powered plane for short journeys, previous testing of a hybrid hydrogen fuel system, and, more recently, a multi-million-dollar investment in Rolls-Royce's hydrogen technology program. That program centers on the development of a hydrogen combustion engine, an aspiration shared by other aerospace giants like Airbus, which plans to use its ZEROe demonstrator as a flying testbed for the technology.